Chosen ones. Chosen ones. I'm back. Um, chosen ones. They're digging in their heels right now because they don't want you to excel. Chosen ones, chosen ones, chosen ones. Listen up. These people are they're digging their heels right now, waiting for you to fail, waiting for you to not walk in the glory that God has set before you, chosen ones. They want you so bad to fold. They don't want you to think. This is why I'm here, to bridge those neurons in your brain to know that they don't want you to excel. And they're digging in their heels as we speak. Listen, chosen ones, and listen wisely when I say this. Listen wisely. I don't know who need to hear this right now, but listen wisely. They will bring up your past. I don't have this happen to me millions of times. People want to bring up your past relationships, your ex, you know, this and that. They'll bring up, you know, people tried to rob you in your past. They'll bring that up. You know what I'm saying? And there's many narcissists that's around y'all too. And they bring up these things as weapons so they could put that thought back so you don't forget it, so you don't start to grow and heal. Just like a leech, you know what I'm saying? These people are just like a leech. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like, hey, I'm gonna eat off of this person's not growth. You feel me? And it's that crazy. It's so crazy that when y'all are done healing and y'all enter that next phase, y'all gonna look back and be like, bro, these people got everything they deserve. But let's keep going, chosen ones. They will bring up your past. Like when you in it, you don't really see it so much. You like, oh well, I still love them to a certain degree, and I don't want nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? You kind of still are in that first chapter that you grew up in. You still in that first thinking way of, almost like you got blinders on. You feel me? And everybody else been evil the whole time, but you got blinders on. And then when you finally had that snap decision and you realize that, oh my goodness, you feel me? Like these people are digging in their heels for me to not grow. That's when you're gonna see and you're gonna think. And you're gonna start to think like an adult at that point. From that point on. I don't know who need to hear this, but this message is very profound. Now, chosen ones, they will bring up your past and you're not even there no more. They will bring up your past and you're not even there no more. Chosen ones, they know the tables have turned, but they are trying, they aren't trying to accept that the tables have turned. It's up and it's stuck right now. And they don't want to accept defeat. These are the type of Wolverines we're up against. They don't want to accept. They're going to howl and they're going to do everything in their might to stop a chosen one. But listen up. They wish to hold on to the past self that you were, the past self of you that you were in. Like I said, they won't want to let go. Oh, you used to get haircuts. Oh, you used to dress like that. Oh, your confidence just used to be so. I'm not even there no more. I got Godfidence. I don't need confidence. I'll let you have that because you never had it. So I'll give it to you. I got confidence now. You don't know nothing about that. So just, and I can start telling people like this with all love, you can have the confidence that I used to have. And I'll take the confidence with all love. I'm gonna start starting off my sentences like that. When someone says something, I think they're trying to be double, two face. I'm gonna say with all love, no, thank you. You take my old confidence. I don't need it anymore. I'm like a snake. All the skin has just fell off. I'm not there anymore. I'm not there anymore. Listen, 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 listen. That one little season you made some mistakes. That one little season you made a couple mistakes, chosen ones, and they act like that's who you are and it's up and it's stuck. And look, you've been alive for what, 27 years. You probably got another 27 or another 30, 40. But they want to make you feel like it's up and it's stuck. Stop talking to these people. Leave them in the past where they so much thought you were big ish. Leave them back there. They know they were listen, these people weren't even supposed to make it this far. Chosen ones. They're digging in their heels right now. They want you to slow down. They want you to stop. A lot of these people, you think family, they don't really want you to die. I mean, let's put it like this. I don't want to speak too soon. If they, if they, if this world wasn't the way it was, they would not care whether you lived or died. But they don't. The way the world is and the type of character they have, they're not brave enough to face their own karma. So these people, this is what, okay, so life is so funny because it starts off like a movie, all beautiful flowers and roses, and then it comes like a movie, it comes a point where it just, things turn for the worse for everybody. And then that's when you see how people are, and you can't take it personal, chosen ones, because that's not what this video is about. Even though I'm talking with passion, it's not about that. But what I'm telling you is that in order for you to grow, you must understand that they're digging in their heels right now. It doesn't matter how much that y'all been through. And I'm trying to show y'all the science because think about how many people betray their friends in the streets every day. Think about how many families break up every day. Think about how much society is built on people not being close. And then you can gain a greater perspective, of what society is about. And guess what? You can choose from that stance. That's a stronger stance of reality. I know a lot of people want to live from what their parents taught them, what was right and wrong. Don't backstab your friend. Don't beat it. And then you don't backstab your friend. But you got to pick the right friends, or you're going to get into a situation where it's going to become that because you hanging with the wrong people. Now, same thing go for family members. There's been times I had to tell my mom, like, hey, I don't really want to hang with every family member. Now, that's just I'm above the age limit of a kid, so I don't gotta do it, and I really don't gotta explain myself. But since you my mom, I'm going, share. But at this point, I don't even share because it's something that they're gonna ask you until they can't ask you it no more. So it's something that they're gonna have to. You gotta set the boundary and stand on it. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't, like I said, it ain't offensive. It's just like nah, I'd rather not. You know what I'm saying? And if those people come, want to see you in the flesh, then you tell them, no, I'd rather not. No, I'd rather not. I'd rather not. And that's just what it is. Because guess what? Chosen ones. We're adults. And as adults, you choose what you want to do. And you rest in your choices. You don't make choices. And you don't make choices to act like it's not the choice. You know what I'm saying? That's what being an adult is. You make the choice to begin to go on a journey of experiencing the choice. So if you say I'm not gonna hang out with X, Y, and Z, this person, that person, you don't gotta explain nobody that. And if, like I said, the only explaining is setting the boundary when the boundary is not understood. When it's people think, oh well, let me call you 10 times anyway. It's like, okay, well, I must set the boundary on you and let you know, like, I be busy. I prefer not to. Da 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 da. And it's okay to be a little direct. But let me continue on with the message because I'm veering off. Your mistakes are in the past. That's what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that things you do are recoverable. They don't want you to think like that because when you think like that, you're not gonna perform at a low vibration. You're not gonna perform with cognitive dissonance. You're not gonna perform like a loser. You're gonna perform at a top tier elite performance because you are great. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. We all have greatness in us, and that's why I said they know that you got greatness. Don't ever think for a second that these people don't know how far you could go. Now, the problem is people can't accept that they may not go with you, or they can't accept that they will not grow themselves. And I'm constantly excelling. We're constantly excelling. Like chosen ones, we're constantly excelling. So bigger and bigger, blessed and blessed. You know what I'm saying? Bigger and bigger, blessed and blessed. Uh, and like I said, we're in a totally new world right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? The old you is the old you. If hell, if I wanted to be new right now from what I just told you in the last sentence, I'm new right now. Who could tell me I'm not new right now? You know what I'm saying? Every moment is a new moment. So if that's the case, I'm the narrator of my life. And me and God are linked up. So if we linked up, then it's up and it's stuck. God ain't no traitor. He ain't gonna betray me the way people gonna betray me. So if that's the case, then what we talking about? I could never put you where God is. On God pedestal, I can't do it. So I don't really talk to people like that. Why? Because you digging in your heels. I know you are. I know you digging in your heels. So because you digging in your heels, and you keep bringing up my past, I'm gonna leave you in my past because you will not grow. And I'm constantly excelling and getting bigger and bigger, blessed and blessed. Hey, in a totally new world as we speak. And the only reason they run their lips, chosen ones, is because they can't run to where God's about to elevate you. They can't run there, so they run their lips. Anything on their physical body, they run, they do things in the physical because where you about to go, God can't. They can't go. So guess what? They're gonna do everything within the circumference of the booby trap. Nice things, and things that seem nice, or and things that seem mean. Whatever way of manipulation is more suitable for this time, for this moment, that's what they're gonna do to reinforce the not growth that you don't have. And see, you can't see what you don't have. See, us as humans, a lot of time, because we part human, part chosen, we get into our humans part of us, and we can't really measure, what how good of a person, or we can't measure certain things that a narcissist will tell you what it is, and will, on what you can, what you're not constantly focusing on, then they'll come in and try to tell you about that specific thing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why they make life for us a little bit more challenging, because we may not even be focused on that. Like, it be times I'm not even focused on something, and a narc could tell me what they think I should, and I'm like, well, nah, that's not even really, what I'm saying, humanistically possible, because I'm not even like I said, I'm not there right now. Totally new world. I'm in a totally different world right now. And you telling me about something that I would have to drop everything that I've been kind of working on to go do. And you don't even realize that. They don't even realize when they do that. They've been trained to train us. But we the chosen ones. So guess what? We evaded the training. But guess what? It's not about being trained, chosen ones. Because anything you do, you're going to have to do a little bit of training. But it's about choosing the training. What training do I want to do? Like, YouTube is training. Making videos, I'm in training. I'm not the best YouTuber, but I'm training. But it's something I want to do. So guess what? A narc can't evade that. They can't participate in something I really want to do. But they could, guess what? So if I don't know what I want to do with my life, then it's so much wiggle room for a narcissist that it ain't even funny. Let me tell you something, chosen ones. Most of the narcissists in your life came through your indecisiveness. A lot of things in your life you just did just because you were bored. It was around you. You were bored. It was around you. That's why God had to put his foot down, step in, let you know, hey, I got a bigger assignment for you. I know you ain't ish right now, or you don't think you ish, but I got a bigger assignment for you. Stay patient. Stay down till you come up. And when you come up, you're going to be something that people really ain't think. Now, listen up, chosen ones. Them people who used to hang with, girls used to kiss on, girlfriends or y'all boyfriends or whatever, they will not grow. Now, I'm not saying they won't grow, because look, a lot of y'all exes gonna grow too. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing though, because we not hating. We want them. We want everybody to, we wish everybody would grow, but a lot of people won't. A lot of people look up to you. You see what I'm saying? That's why they try to bring you down. You can't bring somebody down who you don't look up to. It's impossible. Now, the only reason they run their lips, because they can't run to where God's about to elevate you. They want to waste out your 20s and your 30s. See, like, and I'm not talking about y'all parents, because I'm talking about y'all parents, but I'm talking about narcissists, and as a narcissist, as a community of narcissists. I mean, your principal. It could be your principal. It could be the cops down that know you from down. It could be relatives and people, extended family, whatever. They want to waste out your 20s and they like a toothpaste, like a toothpaste thing that hold toothpaste. They really want you to feel old. They really want you to feel lifeless and shiftless, and they don't want you to feel in the spirit. They don't want you to be powerful, because listen, nothing's worse than looking back at your 20s and your 30s and saying, I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. I could have made a million. I could have been like Drake. I could have been like the list is goes on. You know what I'm saying? I could have been like this. I could have been like that. 20s and 30s. They want you to feel older than you are. And you can do it all right now. God's seekers will win. God gives us wisdom, and they're bringing up your past because God renewed your heart. They're bringing up your past. Why, chosen? Because they're digging in their hills. They're digging in their hills that you don't excel. Just think about that equation. They're digging in their hills because they know that, hey, I pray that this guy don't do it because this guy right here, he's something else. And he gonna talk so much ish on his little YouTube channel. He gonna do this, he gonna do that. He gonna make us really want to get down. Cause look, he ain't gonna be talking about because they know the guilt is so precise. You ever be around somebody and you start talking about something and people be like, yeah, well, I know I ain't never did da 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 da. And you like, I wasn't even talking about you. And you might have been, but you only saying that so you could make them think that I see that you got a lot of guilt right now. And then they'll turn around and be like, I ain't saying you talking about me. I'm just saying I wasn't. And you're like, well, y'all get into that little awkward moment and you're like, well, if the shoe fits, then we're, you know what I'm saying, at that point. Because it's true, man. People get offended and they take offense. They take offense when they feel like, you sending shots, but they only feel like you sending shots because they know that it's old. They know that it's old. So they jump into conclusions like this person is kind of like coming for me, but really you might just be talking. Some of them times you do just be talking and they still do it. And you be like, bro, this is crazy. I can't touch this topic. Why is this a topic I can't touch? Because they're digging in their heels that you don't excel. That's why. Because if you touch that topic and they were to say, yeah, you know what, you're right. It's a lot of people out here like that. And you know what? And they were to add on in a positive, proactive way. That goes against someone who's digging in their heels. But someone get offensive and defensive, that's digging in your heels. Because I know what I did. I know that I'm guilty of that. I do that on the weekends, you know what I'm saying? I do that, you know. So now I can't let you even talk on that topic for too long. But it's just insane. It's just insane that they're digging in their heels. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know how y'all think about this video, what y'all think, man. And don't be afraid to give me some, uh, feedback and just have a great conversation, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure y'all can relate to narcissists and how they're digging in their heels right now. This is just, you know what I'm saying? It's a world full of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? But just remember, bringing up your past is a no go because, like I said, it's only certain people who are going to do that. Like a good friend, a good parent, or a good person in general, You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'll bring someone pass up if they messing with me. If they messing with me and it's like I know something that is gonna bother you, it's like that's second nature, right? That's second nature. But I wouldn't even do it to a friend or a family member. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't jump to that. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't jump to that. They would have to really pull that out. But like if I love you, right? If that's what that is, that's my perspective of what caring and love and stuff. But other people, they play dirty, man. They might in some odd way love you or in some crazy dynamic way, somewhere in their little trapped. Some people got trapped love. Like they might love you, but it's trapped inside because the world really made them parasitic. So they can't even really shed that love the way they would in a perfect world. So you gotta kind of acknowledge and respect what it is that people are different. We all different. So like I said, I'm not gonna that's what I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? So I take pride in that fact that I wouldn't abuse somebody that I say I love like that, but some people will, bro. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's their road and their route. Just like doing pranks on YouTube. I see a video, somebody, a girl and a guy. A girl went way further than the guy really got mad. The guy was like, I would never, even in a prank, I would not say this to you. You feel me? And I felt like he was kind of doing the most, but in the same token, it's like I think what it really was, he didn't understand that women play in a different. They play different. You know what I'm saying? If it's a prank, you know, they might just flirt with your friend. And I'm gonna keep it 100. Respect is respect in the sense of if you don't like it, check it. You know what I'm saying? But also understanding like if you playing this game, what come with playing this game? Straight up. So I think a lot of guys don't think about that before they do jumping games. And I think that's the thing that make games funny though, because most of us don't do that. Even before we came into this world, we don't know what we getting into. So life is funny, and I always say life is funny because if you don't look at it like that, you're gonna fall into a category called over seriousness, and then you're gonna really get abused. So you gotta laugh, and you gotta think of it like you gotta keep your flexibility because without it, man, you just gonna feel crazy. So you just gotta think about um, you got to think about life as is, not what you want it to be. Whatever that is for you. Like I said, someone else's abuse, and this is what I want this message to hit everybody. Someone else's abuse ain't yours. And so because of that, you can't even judge what somebody might take offensive, and you can't judge what you might not take offensive that they did take offensive. So really life is just unfair. And it's ridiculously funny because there's nothing you could do about certain things now because you can't okay, so but you can't predict everything, but what you can do is just keep a positive outlook on everything, even the most hideous things. I believe in that, like just keeping a positive mind. Now if life puts you in a position where it's so gruesome that you cannot see anything but gruesomeness, then boldly go towards the gruesomeness. Like that can alleviate some pain. Boldly go towards it. Like, that can alleviate. But just remember that life, man, it could be very, very. They call it a rabbit hole or whatever. So you want to always keep your mind cleansed. Always stay. That's why, man. Staying in God and keeping your mind elevated and pure, because we forget that your mind is very much so. The world could dirty it up easily, much so if you don't take care of it. I mean, on this channel, I want to do much more than I be doing. Like, I want to talk about, but I'm kind of just building up the momentum right now. But it's a lot of stuff that health wise and just like taking care of yourself, and I want to do what I'm here to do. I don't really care to do more than that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I think that'd be a lot of people downfall. They try to do more. They try to, they don't. That's what's beautiful about God, because when you tie in how you feel about yourself and add that on to what God feel about you, and you get the confirmation from both of y'all, then you know you got a true confidence. You know what I'm saying, to go forward. You know what I'm saying? That's true blessing right there. But when you got only your confirmation, but you don't really got no religion, then you might get into, life is bigger than you. So, you got to expect for much more to come with that one. And then if you just believe in God, but it don't line up with you, so things got to be in alignment. And that's why on this channel, I'm just going to tap in on a lot of those topics. But, you know, uh, that's all this channel is about. Solutions. You know what I'm saying? Solutions. Whether it be dating, even dating, religion, focus, mental health, confidence. This isn't to knock narcissists, because I'm just trying to give y'all a blueprint on that. I ain't really trying to knock nobody, because I don't really, my life ain't about nobody but myself. You know what I'm saying? But it's also about just understanding, like, bro, people gonna really try to take you for granted and abuse. They're gonna try to get away with what they think you not consciously looking at. Like, that's all. It's like you might even look at it unconsciously, and then they're like, "Oh well, look, it went under his nose." So now I know if worse come to worse, I can get away with this. But if you consciously looking at everything, then you can start to say, "Oh nah, this is bad. This is good. This is bad." And then you got a therapist. Your therapist is also letting you know, "Hey, watch out for this. Don't do that, and don't do this." So now, like, it's about layers of confirmation. That's what I'm trying to say. Now I'm about to end this video on that note, but that's what I'm trying to say. Because your confirmation is one layer, and your confirmation ain't ish. Because if it was, you wouldn't be ever abused. You wouldn't be in a lot of situations. So your confirmation is great, but without the confirmation of that second layer of like a therapist or a coach or somebody or a trusted friend, then it's really just only you. You feel what I'm saying? And at that point, how do you really grow from just that one place? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, like I said, you got the religion and God and things like that. So then that's the third layer, because God ain't gonna tell you nothing you know, that's it's just gonna be a third layer plus some greater type of wisdom in there. I don't think people understand wisdom. Wisdom is different than smarts. This isn't to make us seem stupid, because this isn't about smarts. It's about the wisdom. I always look at the word wise, and it sounds like the word wide, and it's like wise. It goes outwards, like, whereas those smart sound like smart, and wise sound like wise. And so wisdom is like a different type of smart. It's like a very, very, very stoic, a very thoughtful, philosophy type of, you know, thing. Yeah. So just stay wise. Like, my therapist always say that at the end of his videos, but stay wise, because wise is something else. You know what I'm saying? A lot of young men aren't that. You know what I'm saying? They're smart. But smart it don't really help you heal. It don't really help you. If everybody's smart, most people are just smart or smart enough or just at a certain level, then you want to build your whole life off of being wise. You don't really want to do any building off of being smart. You want to kind of understand, okay, I'm smart. I've been smart. I never was really dumb. Maybe I was treated dumb. Maybe I didn't think, maybe whatever. That's all insecurity and stuff like that. That could be fixed. But being wise is something else. And that's all I'm trying to tell y'all. And so to go back to the root of this video, and I'm going to end it right here, is that they're digging in their heels that you don't excel. So keep climbing that ladder and keep going up, because, I mean, that's really all you got to do out here. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, waste of time. Waste of time. So, like I said, your 20s and your 30s, you know what I'm saying? You really want to look at and give something a graph of what you should be doing. You got a lot of time. So sometimes I catch myself talking to family. I'm like, I'm only 20 blank. And I tell them I'm not only 20 blank. It's because it's like they trying to get me to be in a league with people who I could talk a little bit, but I don't have to really meet any of y'all requirements, because the only requirement I really need to meet is just to be working. But y'all want to argue about why I'm not working and where I need to work and what to do. And it's like, well, that's not really making me no money no way anyway. So what are we talking about? If I stop talking to y'all and continue to live my 20s, my life, then guess what? Some funny thing happens. I start to get paid for what I do. So this, like I told y'all, that's the crevice right there that they're trying to lean on, or be like, they want to feed you trash. Like, when it's stupid. It's stupid. But I want y'all to understand that in your 20s and 30s, don't waste your time. This is the years that you can actually fix things and go beyond, and really just be chosen the way you are chosen. You could really fulfill that role. You know what I'm saying? You have more. Don't let people trick you. Kevin Gates always say, trick you out your position, because you have more time than you think you have. And it's funny because if you're talking to someone in their 50s or older, and they're telling you from their age how much time you got, then does that really? It's more of a attack than anything if they're doing that, because it's like, well, you don't know how much time you got left. So it's just like, what we sitting here talking about? That's a booby trap, in my opinion. It's nothing but a trap. Getting caught into those type of segments with people is like, well, we both don't know how much. I mean, we both didn't know you was gonna have any time on Earth. But I mean, if I'm okay with what's going on and you're, but it's tricky, like I said, because they're playing on your fear of, you don't know how much time. They're trying to get you to make a snap decision. That's what they're trying to make you do. And 9 times out of 10, when people trying to get you to do that, it's a trap. It's always a trap when people try to make you make a snap decision. And then you go run into one of these Target jobs, and now you stressed out, and now you can't, you can't even make enough money to take women out, and because now you got to pay this bill. You moving like this 1995 and shit. It's 2000, and you watching people on YouTube blow up every other month, and you stuck in Target because someone way older than you told you ain't have enough time to do what you wanted to do. And they don't even, I don't know if they know or not, but they don't even realize they talent feeding you that garbage like that. Cause y'all from 2 different time eras. And then what they saying might not even really be garbage for real. Cause like I said, back in their time, that would have been the absolute truth. Now, even today, it's still the absolute truth, because I'm not stupid. I still know that that's the absolute truth. That's why I talk about multiple streams of income. Now, do I live what I preach? Not really, not yet, not. It's not fully there right now, and that's shame on me. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if we want to talk money, don't make it seem like I'm fully not. I understand I'm not the best with money. I'm not the best guy, but that I'm like I said, this is my 20s, bro. Like, if you really want to think about the span of a life, now everybody lifespan not the same. I guess that's a valid argument if we want to go. It's not really a valid argument because it's going to be all of a speculation of things. But if you look at the average span of a young black man, da 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 da, I'm sure we could come up with some tricky answer or maybe some factual answer. But either way that go, it still could be tricky because the amount of money you make is dependent upon different things. And the amount of life you live is dependent on different things. So the answer may not be to go run and get a job at all. The answer may be to go put your head in the Bible. Because if you really look at what God's telling you to do, the money's going to pour in. I honestly believe if people put their mind on one thing, just like on YouTube, you don't blow up by doing a bunch of random stuff every day. I mean, you kind of do, but that becomes your consistent thing and frequency that you're doing is random things. But the more videos you do, you realize like, bro, I gotta also have a theme that I always do, and you gotta always be one way. If you're being all over the place, then it's like it's not gonna make sense. But I'm about to end this video, but I'm just going deep on like how life it can really fool you if you don't put your foot down, bro. Because people are digging in their heels that you don't excel. If you really want to look at the nook and cranny of why things are even challenging at all. I mean, we could put attention on anything and be like, oh, this is why, this is why, this is why. You don't got enough focus. You don't got enough this. We could beat ourselves up all day. And that don't make nothing better. Because waking up every day and going a little bit more on what you want to do with yourself ultimately fixes everything. But they want to get in your head and make it 1,000 other things besides that. They don't want to look at it and be like, no, just do what you want to do and just go a little more. Go more, go more. They don't want to be a coach. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to help you to do. I don't want to say better than them because that's cliche. Everybody say that. But that's what a real parent do for real. They want you to be the best. When I die, I want you to go further type ish. Like I said, though, that's in a perfect world. That's in a perfect world. That's probably the type of pops I'm going to be. I'm saying probably. That is the type of pops I'm going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what's the point of me competing with you if I'm not here on Earth? It just doesn't make sense. But we live in a delusional fairyland type of dynamic. So I'm just showing y'all the nooks and crannies of why you can't really stay focused on because they're digging in their heels. People are digging in their heels because, hey, I'm reliant on you not being nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm reliant on you not fulfilling your destiny. You don't fulfill your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it because what about me? You know what I'm saying? I want to be your purpose. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, something that it's crazy, man. It's just too much, bro. It's way too much, bro. It's like extremely stressful and like I said, you want to become the master of your own reality. A Jedi, you know what I'm saying? You want to become the master of your own reality because it's so many things that will try to pull you off your square or whatever you want to call it. And you really in the game. You really in the game. So you just gotta learn how to defend Walk away from situations. You see someone digging in their heels that you don't excel, and you want to still talk to these people. You see them digging in their heels, like, I hope this person don't really. You see them doing it, and you still want to play. You want to play. You want to play. And I understand life could put you in a box or a situation where you feel like you're in a dilemma where you really can't get out of every situation overnight. Like the movie Blade, I forgot it was a scene where somebody was stuck in a horrible position with a monster. Like he had to like jump out. He had to like climb up this thing that was like the gravity was more towards the monster, and it just looked horrible. It looked like if you were in that situation, it gave me the feeling when I was young, like if I was in this situation, would I be able to climb out? Because you had to be strong to know that something behind you. You're gonna die if you get weak. You have to maintain your strength and pull yourself out. And it's a catch-22 because it's like you know you want to live and make it out, but then again, it's like a piece of you gonna feel like, oh, I'm weak, bro. Like I feel weak right now. Like it's consciousness. The mind got a way of making you feel like you might not make it out when you really just always could. It's like when you walking on a tight, like on a you walk across a bridge or something that you could fall off of, and you look to this side and you realize how high you are. Your mind is gonna automatically say, "What if you fall?" When it don't gotta say that. If you were trained and been there 1,000 times, it would not even probably come to your mind to do something so freaking stupid. But because you never been there before, it's almost a knee-jerk reaction for you to go into this dilemma of, oh, what if I was to, and then your legs get weak, and then you start leaning over a little bit abnormally than you should. And now the next thing you know, you're creating this problem. And then you got to lay down on the thing, on this thing, and you got to hold it like this because you recognize that you're weak. You know what I'm saying? You're weak. You're not really, you're not really weak. You just have never been there before. But you let the situation make you feel weak, and then it started to become something way crazier. And now you're leaning on your side, holding on, which is even a worse position, probably a more powerless position, I would say. It may not be, but it's a powerless. And now you may really fall off because now the way you land, I'm just saying, this is the way my mind is thinking because it's really like that in life. Like when you trying to win, it's like it could go either way. You got to be strong. You can't really give no. My grandmother always say, room to the devil. Recognizing you got one mind and you can have two thoughts, and which one are you going to pick to put in that in your mind? But when you only got one thought and you don't really, and this thought is very, very weak and far and distant and not worked on, then even if I don't choose the bad thought, I really have not much here working with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I just stay in this no show type of place. I don't show up. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't face the situation. Type deal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to end this video, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out, man. This video was an hour long. It says a chosen one's video, 1 hour long. That's crazy. But guess what? They digging in their heels. That's why. Because they hope that you don't excel. So I'm going, man. See y'all.